Well, hello YouTube, it's me, Tri-State EDC, with a Microtech box. A while back I went to Blade Show, Texas, and I bought a few things, and I just realized today that I hadn't done a video on any of them. So we're going to start with this, which is probably the biggest, dumbest, most ridiculous purchase of the entire trip. I will probably sell it shortly after this video, and you're about to find out why. Right now. That's right, good old Microtech. First off, fancy box, a very fancy box. The gold lettering, the gold leaf, the crazy Shaolin temple designs abounding all over it. It is something else. It's a heck of a box. It's a very big box, very heavy. Yes, it is the Matrix titanium handle, bead blast, standard blue titanium pivot collar, carbon fiber scales, blah, blah, blah. Welcome to our family. And within, solid money shot, is this big old, the envelope, the usual fare, the envelope of paperwork that I haven't even opened. Does anybody read this anymore? Like, I feel like we could save a lot of paper in the knife industry if we just did away with this altogether. You know, do we really need this anymore? I don't think so, but it's fine. And under that is the Matrix. This was their, or is their latest collaboration with Rike knife out of China. That's where these are being made. And I saw pictures of this a while back, and I was like, oh, hell yeah, I gotta have me one of those. Little did I know just how massive this knife is. Close size comparison. It's just absurd. It's such an absurd knife. There's a Spyderco Pair 3. You know? And here's Tactile Knife Co. Rockwell. Need I say more? Need I say any more than this? It also doesn't help that we have this mile-long glass breaker down here. It is a legit glass breaker. It's got the little ceramic ball in there, or whatever it is, carbide. I don't know what the hell. It's got a ball in it. I'm assuming it'll work. I haven't tested it. The crazy milled titanium backspacer. I mean, the milling and the machine work on this is incredible. Rike just does an amazing knife, even down to the details on the glass breaker itself. It's just absurd. We got that big, crazy ceramic ball, pocket clip, pretty deep carry. But what sucks is, again, this is not removable that I'm aware of. I think it's removable, but the way this is constructed is this piece is what's holding the clip on, which seems like I don't know. Seems like a bizarre choice for a knife. I don't know, dude. Definitely wish there was a way to remove this without losing the clip. I believe the clip is fully reversible, which is nice, but I, for the life of me, have not been able to figure out quite yet how to get that glass breaker off. Yeah, but it's massive, so let's flick her open. It's just so crazy. It's so crazy. Carbon fiber, titanium. It's a full titanium build with carbon fiber scales over top. Pretty damn thick. Big old baloney knit pivot with that blue pivot collar. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful blade shape. That beautiful sheep's foot style blade. The big old Microtech and big Microtech logo, tiny Rike logo. M390 on the blade. Bead blast finish. Satin on the flat sections. Big old flicking hole. Nice jimping here. Texturing, great. Milling, great. The lines are great. But it just, for me, the only reason why I'm probably getting rid of it is the size. This is 2 Microtechs in a row that are just too big for me. There you go. Ass to ass. We're talking 3-inch difference here, dude. Like, it's just huge. I don't know why Microtech's on this kick of delivering massive knives, dude. I can't carry them. I love it. The MSI, I love the way it looks. The Stitch Ram Lock, I love the way it looks. And the Matrix, I love the way it looks. Like, I love these knives. Don't get me wrong. They're just too big for me to use and carry practically day to day. Do you know what I mean? Let's get the ruler out, because you need to really appreciate this. We are looking at, with the glass breaker, 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches. The blade is right at 4 inches overall. It's huge. It's just big. I know a lot of you in the comments are gonna be like, oh, it's not that big, Tri-State. You just have tiny baby boy hands. I have normal size hands. I wear a medium sized glove, sometimes a small. Okay, am I really greasy? Yes, but they're normal. They're normal. Now then, ergos on this thing. It's so wide in the handle, relatively thin-ish. It's honestly not all that thin. It just feels thin because of how big the handle is. So yeah, choke back, sure. 4-finger grip, no problem. Look at all this. Look at all this real estate I'm dealing. Are you kidding me? What is 3 inches of free room right here. Now, if I use the ergonomic lines as they're intended, thumb on that jimping, yeah, it feels nice. It obviously fills the hand very well. That feels good. I got no problems here. I'm locked in. Big old choil area up here. Choke up. Oh yeah, locked in. It feels good. It's just wide in the hand, and it's putting pressure in weird places, and it's kind of uncomfortable for me. Again, if you have big hands, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I don't. I have normal hands. But all in all, yeah, ergos are good. And you can pinch grip it if you have Shaquille O'Neal size hands. I can, and it's nice, and I'm locked in right here. But it's just, why would I? Why would I? Why would I pinch grip this? If I had big hands, I'd give it an all day. For my hands, for small to medium hands, I'm going to give it like an 85%. You know? Gots to. I can't give it an all day because it's not super comfy for me personally. Lockup is solid as a rock. I mean, Rike's build quality is unbelievable. They just do such an exceptional job. There is no internal milling to keep the weight down. That's mainly thanks to the overlays here. Also, real quick note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 11. 11 screws holding this thing together. 11. And I don't even know what's underneath these scales. There's probably more screws, if I had to take a guess. But they have 6 screws dedicated just to holding the backspace together. It's so crazy and so overbuilt. Action is great. Running on ceramic bearings, it's Rike. Oh, it's buttery smooth. Flipper tab, nice jimping on it. Pops right out, no issues at all. Reverse flick, nice, really nice. Thumb flick, I struggle with mainly because of the size and because of how big the lock bar is. Look where my finger is. No matter what, I can't get away. I can't get away from the lock bar. I'm always putting tension on it. Boom. But all that being said, it's not a guillotine. For as big and as heavy as that blade is, it's a couple shakes to shut it, but it's silky smooth. I'll probably give it a good air blast and a little bit of lube before I send it off to whoever buys it. By the time you see this, it'll have been sold. But yeah, detent's nice and crispy. Pops right open. Flipper works great. Reverse flick, thumb flick, it all works fine. Again, it all just comes down to size. It's just uncomfortable for my poor little baby boy hands. Acoustics are really nice too. Really clicky, clacky. Solid, satisfying sounding. Ooh. Yeah, great. All in all, action's great. Ergos are good if you have big hands. Like, it's a really well put together thought. It's not a new design. The Matrix has been around for a long time. They've just resurrected it, brought it back from the dead, and had Rike make it. And Rike did an amazing job. My only issue is it needs a small version. It doesn't even need a small version. It needs like a normal size version. Give me a 3 1/4 to a 3.5 inch blade. Make it 7.5, 8 inches overall. I'm not happy as a clam. And I will, if they ever release that knife, I will 100% repurchase this knife. But I paid, here's another kicker for you. This is the receipt. It was in the bag. $455 for this. Do I think it's worth it? It's a lot of knife. I've had it for a few months now. I have carried it once. I have only ever cut paper with it, and I'll show you. Cut test. Out of the box. Yeah, really tall flat grind. Not that thick of a blade stock. Relatively average girth on the blade stock. It's nothing crazy. Yeah, it cuts great. Again, it's Rike knife out of China. They do some of the most exceptional machine work you'll ever see on a knife. So yeah, it's no surprise. It's excellent. Cuts like a dream, right out of the box. Again, $455. A lot of knife, a ton of titanium, a ton of M390, a ton of carbon fiber, and apparently a shit ton of screws to hold the whole thing together. I think $455 is a little bit much, but all that being said, I don't regret the purchase. I'm glad I've gotten to experience this knife. I I really love the partnership between Rike and Microtech. I think it's the best thing Microtech's done in years, dude. In years. I just think they need to shrink down their models a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit for me. If for no one else, just for me. But that is the Microtech Matrix. I will leave links down below. I've seen it in stock at a few places like eKnives and DLT, so if I can find it, I'll leave links down below. Be sure to check it. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, Patreon member, hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. That's it, the Matrix. It's been sold by now. I do not own it anymore, but I've had fun with it while I've had it. But that is it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.